Grand Duel Assassin looks intimidating, but the fight is actually much simpler than it seems once you know where to place a DPS, which grand score node to unlock, and how to strip his special guards. You can turn his own gimmick against him. First, Azrael can instantly kill one of your frontline servants. If you haven't unlocked present concealment in the grand score, I recommend putting your main DPS in the second or third slot so they don't immediately get targeted by the instant death effect. But once you unlock present concealment assassin, put your grand assassin DPS in the first slot as it turns evade into a special present concealment status which gives them instant kill immunity. Even better, if they block Azrael's instant death, they gain a 30% attack up for 3 turns, which can turn the boss gimmick into extra damage for your DPS. Alternatively, you can also use immobilize skill like stun or skill seal to prevent Azrael from activating his instant death gimmick. Azrael also starts with a special guts effect that while this guts exists, Azrael gains instant kill immunity. However, this special guts can be removed if you successfully trigger instant death on him, which is why instant death servants and effects are especially valuable in this fight. The other thing to watch out for is Azrael's extremely high debuff resistant and charm resistant. His passive will also remove charm immediately if it comes from a skill, or right after the attack if it comes from an MP or attack. So while charm based strategies can still work in specific setups, you should not rely on locking Azrael down with charm. For grand score priority, prioritize these 2 grand score nodes. Present concealment is one of the most important upgrades for this battle because it directly counters Azrael's main gimmick, helps trigger the 30% attack buff when instant death is blocked as mentioned earlier, and also increase the debuff success rate, which is useful because Azrael has very high debuff resistance. Dark Sword is another important upgrade. This gives your grand assassin a chance to instant kill the enemy when attacking with critical hits, giving your DPS another way to strip his guts. Now for servant choice, one of the best upgrades for this fight is Steno. Not only she brings party attack support, card buffs, and extra attack support for defined allies, which is especially useful if your DPS is someone like Karma. She also counters Azrael's gut. Against Azrael, her MP can guarantee instant death while also applying defense down and charm. This strips his gut immediately and weakens his defense. Francesca of Light is also a strong support choice. She gives battery, buster support, star bomb, cooldown reduction, and extra damage against man attribute. If you need multiple MPUs per battle, Heavy Noble can be another support choice as she gives the leftmost ally 100% MP charge on her MP plus a targetable MP charge, attack buff, and buster odds buff. For DPS option, Kawakami Gensai is one of the strongest options because she has man attribute special damage plus she works well with Koyanska of Light, making her a strong buster setup choice. For more budget friendly options, you can use Rogi Shiki. As a welfare assassin, she has instant death MP, a self-evade for easier trigger on present concealment, and can decently function well for players with a premium option. Another budget option is Okada Izo. He has extremely high man attribute special damage, which is very relevant for this fight, a self-evade, and he can hit hard with the right support. A more ignored DPS option in this battle is Karma. Despite Azrael has high debuff resistance and charm resistance, Assassin class has access to several debuff and charm support, which can help Karma lands the charm needed to massively increase her MP. For budget support, Matahari is a surprisingly useful option. She gives party 50% crit damage for 3 turns, huge star bomb, 40% defense down, and an extra 30% defense down against charm target. The charm condition may not always be reliable in this fight, but the massive defense down and crit support are still very useful. Fuma Kotaro is another good budget support. He can give an ally evade, which helps trigger present concealment, and he can also reduce the enemy's debuff resistance for 1 turn while applying 20% defense down. This makes him especially useful if you are trying to land important debuffs or set up a burst turn. Overall, the main strategy for Grand Duel Assassin is use team positioning to control who get targeted by instant death, unlock present concealment as soon as possible because it directly counters Azrael's instant kill gimmick, and bring instant death effect servants to remove Azrael's special guard. Let me know in the comments who your MVP supports or DPS is, and if I missed any great servant choice, comment down below. And if you want more FGO guides and servant breakdowns, do like and subscribe as I am trying to get 1,000 subscribers before summer. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.